I hope that works. I hope audio's all good. I haven't changed anything. I haven't touched anything. So, hopefully everything is working fine. Good evening. How are we all doing? Is everybody good this evening? I hope everyone is fine. Can you fine? Awesome. Oh, Aurora 256. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. So, this evening, I'm going to try something a bit new. LT is one of those LARPs that has been mentioned a lot, along with CP and things. So, I figured, why not? We'll have a look at them. Because LARP is one big family anyway, so I thought we'll have a look at their site, we'll see what their game's like, and do that. So we'll do LT this week, and then I have to put it off for a few weeks, I think, for CP. But I've been to LT a couple of times, it's really awesome. Awesome. So you've been more than me. So Aurora 256, you are our guide throughout this evening. Welcome to the Hefty Fam LT guide. I will try and have you're gonna do better than me. So what we'll do, have I got any mods in? Helen's in, good. So I've got the website loaded up, so I'm going to join the website, and then we're going to have a look at like their rules, what the game looks like, and things like that. There's loads of photos. It seems like a pretty nice website, to be honest. So we'll just have a quick look through and see what we think. All going well, I'll probably make up a character as well on it. So I'll shrink me down a little bit. So yeah, so it's going to be a nice chilled one. I can't be bothered with anything too heavy or a game or anything like that. So I wanted to just chill this evening. So, oh, James, thank you for hosting, buddy. That's awesome. And I'm trying a Henry Weston's vintage cider. Tastes like cider, so that's fine. So yeah, so we'll go through and we'll have a look and we'll see what it's all like. It's not bad. It's a cider. Is it as strong as it? Oh yeah, 8.2%. I've not eaten much today. Oh dear. 14 months from the panda. Thank you so much. So let's load things up. Oh, quick update. George's Walk. We are over 800 quid so far on that. So we're doing amazing. Absolutely amazing. The box stuff is near 9.7 and I cannot. I don't know. I reckon a drunk Kyle is great fun. So yeah, so over 800 quid so far. We're flying. It's doing so well. I'm so proud of everyone, and there's been some lovely messages and things. So let's keep on pushing on. Let's keep on keeping on the thing. You know how that works. Still, so yeah, I'm gonna do a fundraiser day as well of streams. So, and I'm gonna talk to people and see if I can get some guests on and stuff. But still, right then. So let's have a look at the site. I don't know what the layout of this site is gonna be, so I've got it fitted as best I can without showing off all like my bookmarks, and because no one needs to see all of that stuff. So, but yeah, we'll have a look at it. So my second screen is over there. So when you see me looking over there, it's because I'm reading comments and stuff like that as well. Okay. So right then. So let's have a quick look. So let's go all the way up. So Lorien Trust. Home, history, publications, events, gallery, helpful links. So I'm on helpful links at the moment because I wanted to find the Facebook group, and I wanted to have a look at their useful forms and stuff. So looks fairly straightforward, but let's just go straight home and have a look. Live and breathe the action. It looks pretty cool. That looks, yeah, pretty funky so far. There's a Roman soldier there, I'm pretty sure I just saw. Is that, yeah. They're all red. Going dark side. No, I thought I'd have a look, Scott. I thought I'd have a look because I said LT and CP have been brought up a lot and they get mentioned, but we've never actually looked at them properly. So I figured, why not? Is he wielding a pipe? He is wielding a pipe. There's definitely some Roman influence here. That looks cool. Very Song and Story-esque, isn't it? Why not escape into a colourful, rich and in-depth world where you walk amongst goblins, elves and dwarves, where magic is real and fortune favours the brave. Come along to the UK's largest family-friend, professionally ran live-action roleplay arena. I don't think they're the largest anymore. I'm pretty sure that that's PD. So, hi Nexus, don't go make me fall in love with another system. In all fairness, something that I mentioned to Helen is something that I would like to do is find little local LARPs from around the country and arrange to take with a load of the Hefty fam to turn up, to film it, experience the day, experience the game, the storytelling, the players, and see what it's all like. Video it all, make a video on it just to show, so we can build up a nice record of, you want to know about this LARP? Right, we've got this here. We know about that local LARP over there. We've got this here. You want to know about all of these LARPs? We've got all of these videos done, and we've been to lots and lots of different places. So it could be a lot of fun. So we've got a few down in Southampton. So I'm probably going to start down there. Well, Southampton, Portsmouth, those sorts of areas anyway. So I'll start off down there. So I believe we've got there's Rise of Chaos down here. So there's a few things that we can do, but I'll need to get in touch with the owners and stuff. Count me in for Yorkshire, Derbyshire. You're buying the beers. Jeez. So yeah. So this will be something that will be worth doing, I think, and we can have a little look at. But I like the look of this so far. There's a lot of varied kit and stuff like that. So I'm guessing these are the bad guys because they're all red. Is that a samurai helmet he's wearing? No. So date events. So yeah, Summer Moot, that's happening this weekend. That is kind of what inspired this, because a couple of people I follow on Twitter are all heading off to it. So our LARP Adventure, she is heading to the Moot and she's really excited. So I figured, why not have a look? Each faction has different influences, hence different kit. Yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. It'll be interesting to see what influences they have and things. So, I mean, that picture there looks very Dornish. I had no idea there were any in Portsmouth. That'll be something to keep in mind. Yeah, there's quite a few in Hampshire. So I mean, like the vampire ones, I believe, and there are a few that run just like Saturday afternoons as well. So Dreja has existed for thousands of years, and we have been playing our game in it since 1992. Many characters devote much time and effort to exploring the ancient history of the world. Read more. Ooh, in-game. Helpful information. We may even see some faces from Empire that we recognise as well. And when we do, I will be sure to point them out. Ardrea is how you say it. Okay. So it's a very long running game. 10-minute walk home with 1% battery. Place your bets if I can keep watching the stream. We will see you when you get home. You won't last. You won't last. I'll give you 20 seconds. The section gives an outline of the in-game world for new players and also gives details about the faction and guilds that populate the game world. I'm going to have to check it again. Ardrea. I apologise already because I will forget that. Ardrea. So, each faction, guild and race section gives an overview of the ethos and the role that they play within the game. For new players, the faction descriptions will help you decide where you would like your character to both come from and currently live. So, LT Guide, Aurora, would you recommend that we start with the factions, the guilds, or pick a race first? Because I'm guessing that you have to do... Or I could look at the glossary of where do I start. A drop-down list of commonly used terms can be found in the glossary below. It's an egg. Sharp Scott. Probably the faction. I think you mean pretty much any race in any faction. Okay. Choco Moco Latte. Awesome name. Hi Ryan. Okay, so factions. Let's have a look at. So all right. So where do I start? So once you've chosen a faction, I haven't chosen a faction. So factions. Over the course of history, both the pre-history of our game and the history that has been played out since 1992 have seen Ardrea divided into a number of factions. Sometimes a faction is a single nation, sometimes an alliance of nations, but always it is a union of like-minded individuals and groups. Right, okay, that's interesting. There may well be political machinations within a faction. There will always be external diplomatic agenda being pursued between factions. Every character is usually a member of one of the factions. A few may change from one faction to another, but most are staunchly loyal from cradle to grave. Okay, so it's mainly about faction rather than nation. Then, okay, that's interesting. Factions. Someone's getting hit. But it is an egg, is it? Oh, I've just seen that. Being an egg-shaped world. Described as a world rather than a planet. It's an egg-shaped world floating within the cosmic void. Oceans, continents, rivers, mountains. Right then, let's have a look at the factions. So you've got the bears, the dragons, the griffin, the harts, the jackals, the lions, the tarantula, the unicorns, the vipers, and the wolves. Okay, gotta hype up my griffins. This LARP sounds so cool. It sounds interesting, doesn't it? Right, so let's have a look at the griffins first then. The griffins represent the twin kingdoms of Estragales and Lyonesse, united under one banner, that of the Lord Griffin. Two nations fight for the individual faiths, rights and territories. Did anyone ever play the tabletop game called 7th Sea? because reading that, for some reason, I got a massive 7th Sea vibes from that. Based on Romans, we drink wine and eat cheese. Faction kind of is nation, though some factions have a few nations in them. World is a dragon egg. Not too strange. It's an oblate spheroid. Purely for name, I'm Griffin. Yeah. Ooh, Catholic cassock would fit then. Wine and cheese. Yeah, wine or cheese. The faction is all for one and one for all, for chivalry. The unity of these two nations is undeniable and is core to the faction identity. The Lord Lady Griffin is the rule of the Griffin nation. They are appointed by the monarchs of Estergales and Lyonnais. The culture of the Griffins is one of high civilization, law and order, striving to do what is right whenever possible and standing as a rock of principle and tradition in a world of chaos and ruin. This is not to say that there have not been notable accidents and unfortunate deaths. We like those. It is just as they were expected. It is just that these were expected shaving accidents. Okay. All quite normal, everyday shaving accidents. Life in the Griffin can be as slow or as fast as you like. And life is for the living. Interesting. So, wine or cheese? Yes. Yes, wine or cheese. That is one of their that is one of their good sketches, I have to admit. Yeah, Griffin sounds interesting. So why not both? Well, that's what I do. I wonder if there is a cheese flavoured wine out there. I wonder how well that would sell, or if it would be completely disgusting. So okay, so that's the Griffins faction. So so that's like Italian sort of styly, Roman. The bears are comprised of the peoples of Caledonia and Western Isles of Orkney, which they currently share joint stewardship with the Wolves faction. Oh, bit of a fighty fight going on there. So yeah, they sound Celtic. Made up of groups and clans that treated into two main categories: Celts, including Highlanders, Islanders, and Lowlanders, and Picts, being non-Caledonian born bears, predominantly, but by no means exclusively human. Bears are traditionally clad in tartan, generally in the form of kilts. Armour can vary from the practical and rugged to ornate and intricately tooled. Weapons are equally varied, with each of the bear faction members, young and old, being capable fighters. The bears have a reputation for being people of celebration, hospitality, and honour. However, do not let their jovial nature deceive you, for the bears are ferocious warriors willing to fight with passion and purpose. This nation is led by lairds, who are charged with the day-to-day running of the faction. The three queens of the bears are the spiritual focus of the faction and remain key members of the Privy Council. Okay. At the moment, obviously, I'm more sold on the bears than anything else. I might have to be a bear because I have a kilt of my own clan. Awesome. Hi, Matt. That I can find on Google is a wine infused cheese. That'd be interesting. The kilts do look awesome. Thank you. I bet the bears look amazing on field. Yeah, that is fair. The bears are very cool. So yeah, I'm more leaning towards the bears at the moment. Dragons. Technically a people of three nations: War-scarred Erin, known for breeding tenacious and bold warriors. The mysterious and sacred Isles of Caer Danon. I just got that. Was it a yogurt advert? Ooh, Danon. Going around my head now. A place of great magic and spirituality. And Cimmeria, a landscape of mountain ranges and sprawling wild forests. So, is this more Asian inspired? It's all like more Far Eastern. Am I right with that? Faction pride themselves on warriors, leaders, bards, and druids. Oh, maybe not. Who knows? Dragon would rather die a hero than live in shame. The greatest honour for a dragon is to serve the land through life into death and beyond. I'm not really sure where the dragons are based. They're the only one I've spoken to. They're Welsh Irish, are they? Oh right, okay. Oh, Rhydraig. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair. Hearts. Knights and nobles, Albion. So these are going to be are these English? Well, like Saxon and medieval knights and things like that, I'm guessing. Nobles of Albion, guarding the land, protecting the people, and upholding the law. The realm of Albion is the land of Arthur from the times of legend. The peoples of Albion are predominantly human, with tribes of elves, courts of the Fae, and packs of beastkin who call this land their home. Albion is steeped in family names and lineages, but rank and honour come from ability, and worth is determined by deed. You might arrive at court farmhand to raise yourself to the rank of knight or to lead a noble house. So Albion finds its place on an ever-changing egg. Egg. That's amazing. That's going to take a while to get my head around that one. The people of the Hearts are ever ready to take up the sword should the need arise. Should your cause be just and right and true, you'll find the Hearts of Albion marching by your side. The people of Albion soldier on against darkness, chaos, and evil. So Arthurian then. So Saxons and shut up, Panda. So Saxon, so Arthurian. This one might be up my vibe. So Bethany is sold on this one. So the Jackals. The people of the Southlands, diverse cultures, nomads. So the Viziers of the Nile. Okay. So the lands of the Jackal are diverse as its people, with sprawling cities, ports and fortresses, remote towns and communities, temples to long-forgotten ancestors and entities, lush forests, rivers that could encircle entire factions and mountain ranges of unimaginable dangers. Amongst all of this, the desert of the Southlands provide both barriers to travel and trade as well, for those skilled in such ways. Okay, so this is the more Egyptian sort of feel to it. Oh yeah, I forgot those two factions used to be. So what I missed. Hearts used to be more modern English than the more Arthurian lines. They did used to be one faction after all. Well, not modern, but you know, yeah. Okay, so the lions are. So the jackals are more Egyptian feel to it. The lions, the lion faction were exiled from their ancestral home of Albion after losing a civil war and migrated to the mystical plane of Avalon. Okay, so these are just the knights then, are they? So the king is dwarf, they're the people of diversity, former Albion knights to secretive Austian Fae with everything and everyone in between, having lost two homes with everything and lost two homes already. The lions are sworn not to lose Lantia. Lantia is ruled by a non-hereditary king or queen selected based on merit. Although the lions have extensive laws, the spirit matters more than the letter. Corruption and necromancy are unwelcome in lions' lands, and lions found using these powers may face punishment. Those with unliving patterns have no rights under lions' law. Okay. Interesting. Jesus, loads. The Tarantula faction. The Tarantula faction is triggering my fight or flight response. Would you like me to scroll past? Is that better? If I get rid of that bit? The undead. Life of the Underdark is dangerous and brutal for polite description. So keen wit, razor sharp focus within their lowlands. The people feel, fight, kill, and steal, and do whatever they can to progress and succeed. Okay, so they're just bastards then, are they? It's a dangerous ally and even more dangerous enemy. Okay, that's interesting. No, okay. The matriarchal Drow Queen of the Underdark. And the advisors that rule in her absence. The Tarantula lands are enormous subterranean caverns, tunnels, rivers, and lakes that span the length and breadth of the Heartlands. The faction has a high concentration of Drow, Norns, Elves, and Dark Elves. Faith is the beating dark heart of the Under Empire. Okay, that could be interesting. Unicorns. Mauritania. The Mauritania beneath your feet is a living, breathing land. She is the air that you breathe and the water you sail upon. There is no normal day to day. You will brush shoulders with Olog traders, elven story weavers, summoned daemons, and heralds of the ancestors. Headed by the Lord Lady Unicorn, elected by the people of Mauritania, this leader chooses consuls to assist them in the running of the land. Okay, interesting. So, none of the factions... so I managed to make it halfway home and then my phone died, looking at the egg throwing. I would be Tarantula. Yes, I can see that. So far, I have character inspiration for 3 of these. How do people ever decide? Oh, they are Drow. Oh. It's quite funny. 4 factions all fighting over a tiny couple of islands, and a couple of factions like we control a hemisphere. They sound like Drow. Drow Mafia, yeah. Oh, they are Drow. Yes. So, yeah, character inspiration, when that hits, you just basically write it down, and then you're kind of done. It's, but it's just picking the one that you're most excited about to start off with. Vipers. People of enormous landmass of Teutonia. Okay, are they Teutonic Knights then, this lot? Very geography with numerous mountain ranges, rivers, lakes, and forests. There are many places of interest, including the Blood Marshes with its horde of unliving. That sounds fun. The elementally charged Rice Astrobleem, the demonic portal of Trieste, that place. This place here. And the magnificent world wonder of the carved burial tombs of the ancient kings at Crotalus Nex. Teutonia is a monarchy, rarely seen away from court, and in his stead His Majesty appoints a Lord Protector to govern the Viper Nation, who in turn is supported by a Lord Commander to govern the military, and a Lord Chancellor to govern the civilians. So Teutonic tribes that fringe on an old empire, they have a robust and practical culture passed down from Gothic knightly orders in the north of Germania, so they're Teutonic Knights. It's not unusual to see people of any race or pattern type. Viper society is liberal, and the people enjoy a large degree of personal freedom to live how they wish and pursue their own goals. Yeah. I've never looked at LT. A lot of these factions seem similar to the CP ones, or at least by name. CP split off from LT and they were near identical at time. Patterns are what they call people's souls. Nice. Yeah, I will be looking at CP as well. So, the Wolves. The hardy people from a cold land with warm hearts and fiery resolve. Are these the Vikings? This is the backbone of the Wolves faction, and when the wind blows chill, passion and spirit shatter continents. The Wolves venerate ancestors and honour traditions. That is not to say that they are blind slaves to the old ways. The Wolf factions have vision beyond that of any other nation, and have used that advantage to rise above others. The warrior people sometimes accused of being single-minded, often proven to be a false, costly mistake for those that whisper it. Like their namesake, they are a pack, protecting the old, wise, and sometimes weak to continue their health. Ancestors, those that sit behind them in Valhalla. When the dawn breaks, the battle line form, the wolves march to war, the blades blunt on the resolve of their shield wall. Vikings. Standard issue Viking faction. So, not Wintermark. So, for those who haven't played LT, what faction, I'm curious, what factions are people most drawn to there? Yeah, see, I'm either a bear or a wolf here. So I'm just curious. I'd be a skeleton. Can you be a skeleton? Well, that's the tarantula faction, I'm guessing. No, they weren't. Or was it the jackals? I can't remember. Who's the undead one? I don't know. I don't know. Dragons. We'd have to get a we could get a hefty fam group together and go along to LT and see how badly that goes for everyone involved. But there's a nice variety there, and you can see how they're all drawn from real world history and things. Apart from the tarantulas, but yeah, which is, well, there's a few which are just purely fantasy, and that's nice to see. I like that. Okay, so where do I start? So you've chosen your faction that you'd like to be a member of. You need to consider the kind of character that you would like to play. Do you play a warrior, someone who specialises in using weapons, wearing armour? We play a mage. You'd like to play a scholar. So you need to complete so registration, for your player account, new customer form, and new custom character form. Okay, so so what was next on their list? Was it a guild? Oh, is this the egg? Lands of the desert peoples. So cool. Oh, so these are the islands that are being fought over then, I'm guessing. Tarantula Dark Elf, because I must always be morally questionable with my characters. Dragons tended to kill undead on sight. Jackals were big fans. That's in Derby. Imagine not having to drive 3 hours to get home from a LARP. Yep. Guilds, though you don't have to be much involved in the guilds if that isn't your thing. You're right, that egg is difficult to get my head around. Yeah. It's bizarre. But at the end of the day, we all go into a field to play these sorts of things, don't we? So what are the guilds then? So the guilds page, let's have a look. Okay, the guilds are grouped into 3 collectives. Okay, arcane, corruptors, incanters, mages and healers, knowledge, alchemists, bank and bards, martial, armourers, militia, rangers and scouts. Alchemists, armourers, bank bards, the casino, corruptors, healers, incanters, mages, militia, rangers, scouts, the watchers and the great library. Ooh. That egg looks like my head when I forget to shave. Chisel, hell. Yeah. Okay, so alchemists. So I'm guessing, so within each faction, they have all of these things set up, do they? So each faction will have a guild of alchemists, armourers, bank, say, money, bards, and casinos. I'm guessing the casino is just one big one. Corruptors. Place for those seeking an alternative to the traditional channeling arts. All are welcome so long as they have an interest in unlife. Okay, so there you go. This is the necromantic shit. That's cool. I am, as someone who plays a Giovanni, I am quite drawn to necromancy and stuff. So that could be fun. Healers, incanters. So, your paladins, mages, militia, rangers, scouts, the Watchers, and the Great Library. Whilst they are not guilds, representatives of the Council of Watchers and the Great Library can be found within the confines of knowledge guilds. The Council of Watchers facilitate the use of ritual circles, and the Great Library facilitates the use of research. Nice. So the casino then. Okay, that's interesting then. So factions, right, guilds. So to me, none of the guilds really jump out, so I probably wouldn't join a guild. Stealth and subtlety, no, definitely not. Yeah, no. There's nothing that screams out to me, but it's all about finding the game that suits you best, isn't it? At the end of the day, so while none of the guilds are scream out for me, you might find them out in game, you might not, but I'm assuming that, as it's been said, you don't have to. The scouts used to be assassins, if that helps. Yeah, not for me. I don't do subtlety. You can decide your own game. So that's what. So you could be in a guild and not really be. Okay. So the guilds are set up centrally and take members from all over. So you could be in a guild and not really be with a faction at all. You'd still technically be in a faction, but some people are 100% guild players. Right. Okay. So if I don't want to be in a guild, I can just be a faction player then, if I chose to be. You're still part of the faction, but you just don't really do anything with them. So it's kind of one of those decide your own game things. Excellent. Sorry for the random messages. Little Kitten enjoys running across my keyboard. Fantastic. You can just be a faction player if you want. Cool. Okay, so the races. Now, there is a long history of discussion, argument when it comes to certain races within LARP. I have my own personal opinion on Drow, and my own personal opinion is if you're going to use completely black makeup, that's just wrong. So I think when any person of colour says that they are uncomfortable, then that's what needs to be listened to. Okay, so that is my opinion on it. But as was pointed out, if you're going to play a drow and they live in underground and stuff, wear your purples, your blues, and things like that. So, yeah. So, what we got? Oh, geez, there's loads. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? The races can be found here and across the whole world. There are 10 races you can play as a starting character, which are explained in some detail over these pages, with some guides in background and role-playing these. As is noted in character creation section, The following races are not available to starting characters: Beast, Plant, Mineral, Ancestral, Daemon, or Elemental. They are passé. Thank you, Scott. So these are the 10 that you can be. There's more than 10. Oh, planar. Okay. So existence. Does anyone understand this at all? Okay, so I'm guessing this is like your historical where you fit into it, and then you've got other bits. So right, so I can't. So if I wanted to be anything like that, I can't play a beast. So you can't start play beast, plant, mineral, ancestral, daemon, or elemental. So I could play human. This one. Ignore the left column. It's say, oh my god, you can be a cow. Yeah. Drow can be signified without resorting to skin tone. There are ways to be respectful. Exactly. I've always wondered, surely, if you never see the sun, you'd be pale. Yeah, and your eyes would be huge? They'd be massive? Really big, like bug eyes type things going on there? Yeah, Gollum. That's exactly it. Interesting, but I'd be playable playing both a tree and a sheep. I wonder if that caused enough trouble to get banned. Yeah, Gollum. That'd be an interesting one. So you can play humans. So Caledonian, Norscan, Teutonian. You can't be beast, can't be plant, can't be mineral. So you can be dwarf, elf, fey, olog. It'd be an ogre and a troll. Oh my god! I choked on my own happiness. That's amazing. That's so cool. I want to be a troll. So sea elf, Sylvan, wood elf, a fairy, gelf. So every time I think of gelf, all I just hear is red dwarf. Think of red dwarf. Sealy, Trufe. So you can't be beastkin then. Can you be beastkin? Just as beast. So you can be beastkin. Beastman, bugbear, catkin, wolkin. So drow, dark elf, drow, norn. Halfling, you'd be a hobbit. You'd be a hobbit. Ah, right, okay, so you could be beastkin. Oh, you're a beastkin. I think that's a troll at the top of the page. It looks like an updated Fizzrep of an old mate. I see. So Uruk, goblin, hobgoblin, orc. So you can't be ancestral, you can't be daemon, can't be. Could you be elemental? Can't be elemental. So be umbral, half construct, half fiend. I read that as vodkin. Walking around drinking vodka. Voidkin. Okay. So spiritual. More. Okay, so the recent, and then you get. Okay. Right. With you. All the way up to maybe. If I was talented enough, I would be a troll, but I'd probably be Caledonian or Norscan for myself. Starts glowing hair to feet. How good would it be then if all of the Hefty fam, we all turned up to this as hobbits, and we all just sat around drinking and smoking in the corner of the field? We'd create our own LARP with blackjack and hookers. Okay. Well, that's not so bad. That's pretty cool. Right. Let me. What I'll do. Where's the thing gone? Let's get rid of that. Son of a bitch. I'm in. We've had one breakfast, yes, but what about second breakfast? Bitch, I'm going to be on my 9th breakfast. Drinking and smoking a bounce of violence is 90% of my LT experience. So, yeah. It could be interesting. I don't think I would make a convincing hobbit. No, you are quite tall. But you've got the drinking down, though. So have I, to be honest. I'm fat enough. We start cooking 11s while eating second breakfast. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right then, let me... so, new customers. Register? Okay, so... Username. Password strength weak. Your face is weak. How the fuck is that a weak password? Okay, use that then. It saved the password. That's good. Right. Okie dokie then. Right, now I've got all of that done. Let's get this back up. There we go. So, I have logged in. I have registered. I also know where all the good food is in Derby for when the hobbits get bored of cooking. We'll go to that old establishment, Domino's. Right. So, new customers, click here, let's go back to this. Alright, it's just, okay, character. Okay, I think I've just ballsed it up because I've gone too far ahead, haven't I? Helpful links. I think this is where I saw the thing from before. Right, new customer form, personal details. New customer character creation. See? Oh dear. Donut shops? Annie's Diner? Oh, some friends who live there. Nice. Okay. So, although the abbreviations CS, OS, and OSP can be confusing at first, it's not as complex as it seems. Each character can spend up to 16 points on character skills. These broadly determine the type of character you play. E.g., a healer would choose the healing character skill, and a warrior would choose armor, armor use, and body development. Is there a place... Let's go back. In-game. Player handbook and game rules. Are we seeing... Alright, we are seeing this. Okay, that's good. 116 pages. I'm obviously not going to go through all of this tonight. Right. Shall I just go and make the character on really zero knowledge here? Because I'll have to come back and read as much of this as I can. Final note and thank yous. So new customer character creation. Just make sure that the drop down didn't appear. Good. That's nice. I like this. Steve. Oh, date of birth. Oh, it's going to make me do that. So let's... yeah, let's show how much of an old man I am. What is it? 2021? No, I'm happy to be coming up for 21 years old. I'm more than happy with this. This is a website I can get behind. This is amazing. So I'm 20 years old as a web developer. This makes me cry. Ooh, it's all. Oh, there we go. It's all back. Right, okay. Oh, oh. So there we go. 3rd of September 1980. So yes, I'm going to be 41 this year. Yes, we've ruined it. It's all ruined now. Oh, I don't like this game anymore. I have to be, put in my real details. How very dare you. Right, character name. Please keep this name suitable for our family-friendly events. We'll come back to character name. So, I'm going to put down human. I'm going to be... Oh, see, I'm torn. Do I want to be a Celt or do I want to be a Viking? I'm going to be a Celt. Character group. If no group is chosen, you'll be placed in the... Oh. Oh, there's loads. You can't see these, can you? So... Digby. Digby. Abyss. A tiding of magpies. There's some really cool names here. Aetir Volschlung. Albion Jugger Club. Battalion of Echoes. Born of Dragon. There's a group here called Boot. Oh. I can't believe that's a name. I'm not reading that one out. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's, yeah. I might email LT about that name. Fucking hell. Chaos Guild. Clan Firetail. Clan Macbeth. I like that. Clan McFook. A clan we can all get behind. Clan McMead. Macus Longschlong. Sound just went. Is sound okay for everyone? Can you all hear me still? Dick Whittington. Great name for a hobbit. Can you hear me? Good. Clan Stendar. There's a group called Dash Shop. I suppose there has to be, because are they an in-character? They sell in-character, don't they? I forgot the name of the world already. Ardrayan? Yeah, well, you got Ardrayan's People's Front. That's cool. Ghost Walkers. Free Blades. Healers Guild. Herod's Trading. House Griffin Dwarf. Oh, Kalashnikov's Cossacks. Order of Helis, Order of Mithras, or like that. Order of Pendragon. There's some pretty cool names here. The 4th Troll Battalion. Ah, I love that one. That's so cool. That's really, really cool. The Fellowship. Oh man, there's some really cool ones. Yeah, there's pretty dumb ones as well. Having all sorts of issues, it seems. We'll have to catch up on the rest another time. Much love, brother. Is something going wrong with the stream? Can anyone else see this? Yes, I can see that. Look after yourself, Matt. And yeah, it'll all be up on YouTube. Where's the 2 character groups? Okay. Not had any problems. None of you, can you see what I'm bringing up when I do a drop down? Just can't see drop downs. That's fine then. Yeah, no drops. That's good then. That's all right then. That is cool. So, character skills. 16 points on character skills. This probably determine the type of character you play. A healer would choose the healing. Yeah. So, children under 14 have limited character spend. Please see page 47. Okay, so character skills. You may spend 16 points. So, Narge melee costs 2. Projectile weapon costs 4. Missile weapon. Okay, so that's a bow and project. Well, no, wait a minute. So missile weapon use must be thrown, and projectiles must be bows and arrows. So ambi is 2. Heavy armor is 4. Body development 1. Recognize forgery. Corruption. Corruption. There's a lot here. Triage advanced, potion law, cartography, body development. Okay, right, so 16 points here. So, ambidex, heavy armor. So 6, body development. 4, so that's 10. We've got 6 left. Oh. I don't know what base power is. Is that magic? Ooh, cartography. Yeah, throwing and bows, yeah. Oh, ballista, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Contribute to ritual magic, invocation. So I might go for corruption, because you know, lols. So triage, I'm guessing that means that I can heal people up if I need to. And sense magic, because you know, it's a weird one. Yeah, I quite like that so far. That's an interesting one. Is how many spells you can cast in a day. Right, okie dokie. Occupational skills allow you to create extra depth to your character. These reflect your background and knowledge of the game world. Right, that's cool. I like this. For example, the occupational skill revive costs 10 points and allows the healer better healing. So some occupational skills require prerequisite skill that you must possess in order to purchase. So revive means that you need the character skill healing. Okay, but it doesn't tell you here. Okay. Oh, no. Cast high counter magic. Conceal item. Create poisons. Ooh. Create reagents. Discern demonic being. General knowledge. General knowledge rumor monger. That's like me written all over in LARP. Rumor monger, storyteller, wanderer, war scout. Oh my god. Marcus Longschlong could be like a Radagast sort of character. But if Radagast was a dick. So, you know, that could be quite interesting. But there's quite a lot here. Weaponsmith, Triage Master. So if I'm going for the Wanderer stuff, so... What's this? Dismiss, control... Oh, yeah. And then Hand of Nature. I don't know what that means, but it just sounds like it fits. Oh, this is going to be the crazy old dickhead that when people go, oh look, here he is. Yeah. Okay. This is obviously not me taking it massively seriously to start off with. But, so that is... Oh, I've got to submit the form. Right, okay. Okay, so I have to take it relatively. So I'll probably get rid of that. And just go for Marcus. There we go. Message received. Right. So I've made a character. Free church. Interesting. Yeah. So let's have a look at the history. I mean, the website itself is... I mean, oh, that's nice armour. After a few large meetings, this group of players formed a company, the Lorien Trust, limited by... Oh, right, it's Lorien Trust history. That... I mean, it looks a lot of fun. Gallery. Requirements to use triage or triage advanced. The character is particularly adept in treating wounds effectively and allows the character with triage or triage advanced to use their skill on 2 locations at the same time. Oh, for Hand of Nature. Oh, well, I had triage, so that's fine then. Yeah, that works. Well, they are having an amazing time. So these are photos from their events then. This looks... I I mean, this kit does look really... Some of this kit looks really cool. So there's a bit of a scrap going on there. So how do they do Barneys then? Are you... Do you have to go off to a... it's like there is a separate area for scraps and stuff like that? How do they do the... It's like, how do they do the plot? Do they do... do they do things where they get like certain groups and go, yeah, your bit to do this, you've got to go over there now and do that and stuff sometimes? But you can have scraps in faction areas too. Hope there's not any photos of me on there. Well, you don't have to point them out. If you do pop up, you don't have to say, oh look, it's me, unless you want to. That's very cool. I mean, it looks like everyone's having a really nice, chilled out time, doesn't it? I mean, the weather's amazing. That's an amazing hood. Look at that. Obviously, if there's any pictures of kids there and stuff, I will be just scrolling on by, so not as to linger. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. A chocobo? Oh yeah, chocobo. That's a fucking chocobo. Why is there a chocobo? There's a chocobo. That looks very cool. That's awesome. That sword. God, look at the shoulders. They look awesome. This is some really... They got some really good stuff here, haven't they? Oh, chow. Yeah, this is really nice. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of... There's so much about this game that I obviously have no clue about. We had demons attack our faction tent at one point. That was scary. Nice. Because why not have a chocobo? A diadodo. Yeah. There's a bit more of a fight there. That whatever that is, looks really happy to be there. See, these photos look, and it's like there's no, like there's. I mean, they're obviously going to have some sort of kit standards and things like that, aren't they? So, right, let's have a look at that sort of stuff. In-game OOC rules, because obviously everyone needs rules. So, okay, site rules. All right, okay. So these will be things that people should look through anyway. So let's have a quick look, because I want to have a look at the kit standards and stuff like that. So game rules, introduction. Okay, is there anything anywhere about like kit and what to wear and stuff like that, or is it literally this is your So you're essentially a Celt. That's your brief, essentially. So I mean, this is obviously this is very much of me just looking through everything really quickly and trying to squeeze it all into an hour and a half stream. So for anyone who watches who does play a lot of LT, I do apologise that I'm not going into as much detail as I could, but we will. I want to expand into all of the LARPs and to do streams on all LARPs because that's what I want to do. Building your character. No. Weapon guidelines, character clause, in-character money. No. Is there anything there about? I don't think there's any strict rules of kit on kit. I was brought along by a friend that helped me out with that. Would be cool to have an LT person on for a chat. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got Scott, obviously. Scott, does Robbie plays LT as well, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he does. That's if Scott's still watching. He might have gone and found something fun to do. I think you just wear what you want within reason for your faction setting. Okay. Yeah, I'll put the feelers out and see what we can get. Combat and damage, identifying wounds, bonds, death, healing, recovery, ritual. Yeah, there's... Okay. There's plenty there to read. Yeah. So I'd have to have a look. And then we can go on from there. But it looks like it's fun. It does look like it could be a lot of fun to do. It's LARP at the end of the day, isn't it, as well? 2017 events. So yeah, nice weather. See, look at that kit dressing. That looks awesome. Nice. Are there not like, because I mean obviously I compare everything to Empire. So when it comes to tents then, is it literally a case of it just doesn't matter? It's just that you get set up, you go in, do a little bit of tent dressing if you can, and go on from there. Look at that, that's awesome. They got their thrones. They look very happy with themselves, don't they? Sat there in their kilts. Hi, bye. Less tent restrictions. Cheers, Chris. Oh, there's the egg. So, okay, so this is one of the see, that's nice. That's lovely, that is, isn't it? It's very cool. Very, very cool. Is that an actual... it looks like they got the globe and they've painted it, I reckon. That is amazing, though. That's a great idea. But it needs to be an egg. This is the casino. Oh, I could be looking at that for hours. That's, yeah. But still. Been more focused on tent dressing in the last few years. Yeah, icy tents. Less demonstration. The main icy tents tend to be very dressed up. Kilts make anyone. They do. They really. It's like a poncho. If you wear a kilt and a poncho, you're just like overloading on happiness. Seems more chill than Empire in some ways. Yeah, it does. Definitely regulation wise. I see looking tents at front, plastics are at the back, and less chill in others. Yeah, I've been more focused on tent dressing the last few years. Okay, so perhaps this is something that we could do then. I might contact LT and CP and see if I can get the people who the higher ups maybe of LT and CP on just to I haven't been to Empire yet. It's all of the bigger LARPs. They're all gonna have their own ways of doing things because they'll like some things that Empire do. So LT will turn around and say, yeah, we like to do it this way, but we don't like what Empire does here, and we don't like what CP does here. It'll be like, yeah, but we didn't like what we were initially doing here, but we like what Empire and PD have done here, so we brought that in as well, and things. So, hi Abby. You'll be pleased to know you can play a Hobbit at LT. Lorien Trust is high fantasy. Your imagination rules very little. Kit brief. Right. Okay. So it could be a lot of fun then. I might contact LT and CP, and I'll see if they'd be willing to one or two of them to come on, and I can have a little chat. We can discuss everything about it. It'll be interesting to get to know. Then perhaps we can have a look at getting a group together to go off to these places. We can see if we can do some filming there, just to talk about it, get some people along and just say hi and just... I'll take photos this weekend from the security desk. That would be awesome, man. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it would be really nice to have that, and we can get more people experiencing more LARPs. So... I know the second IPC for the Griffins. I don't know what IPC is. Is that like the head, like the deputy head of the Griffins? Is it? That I'm guessing, really guessing there. Important player character. Oh. So the deputy head. Know how to work out how to take the hefty Hobbit picture with everyone lined up in position in such a way they all look tiny. Chairs and blankets. That's the way to do that. I'll have to visit how we'll do it all, because obviously it's a moot this weekend, or whatever they call their meetings. Their games this weekend. Their event is this weekend. I can talk to a few department heads for you if you want. Oh, yeah, what, within LT? Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, have a chat with department heads. Yes, there's summer moot this weekend. Because we've already had... oh my god, I mentioned her channel earlier and now it's gone. Oh, my memory is awful. I am so sorry. Our adventuring channel, that channel. Yeah, she's already been on, and so we have touched on LT a little bit there, but yeah, it was never really in massive depth. So that would be nice to do, to talk about everything, because obviously when we talk about Empire all the time, it kind of shows us as been a me going no just Empire, but I'm not. I'm very pro LARP. So I've been staff and know a few folks, plus they have their own Discord channel. Cool. So to all of my mods, our adventuring party, that's it. Thank you so much. Fuck me, I'm awful. I am a terrible human being. Yeah, our adventuring party. So she's been on before. So she's going to be there this weekend. So I'm hoping that she posts a lot of stuff up. I think I remember seeing something on Twitter. I think she may have mentioned something about doing a video as well. So, but regardless, Hefty Fam, a shitload of hobbits arriving at LT. I think that's a common goal. But yeah, Chris, if you can have a chat with them and see if people will be willing to come on and just answer everyone's questions about it all and stuff. And then obviously I'll do one about CP as well. So yeah, right, back to it for me. Have a good evening, man. Hope it goes all right for you and it's not too busy, just busy enough. So next week, Hobbit. I think we have to play Hobbits, don't we? At the end of it, I think that'll be great fun. So next week, there will be a stream Monday, which is the raffle. So if you still need to get raffle tickets, you've got until close of play Sunday, which will be probably midnight. So the raffle is on Monday, and we're going to be chatting to Matt, aka Digby. Going to do a reverse Q&A, so it'll be a lot of fun. We'll go along, and it'll be a giggle. Then on Wednesday, we'll probably do another community game, so maybe Among Us, potentially. Get people from the fam involved. We'll do something. And then there will not be a stream for a week. I may stream on Thursday evening, don't know, or Thursday during the day or something, because on Friday I am off for a little family holiday. We're going to a cottage, so we'll be away from Friday to Friday. So there will be no streams during that time. So it will be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, me and Matt are going to do the raffle on Monday, which is going to be an absolute giggle. So, but yes. So all I know is that there's a pub nearby and we're going kayaking. So it should be a lot of laughs. I will take photos and stuff like that as well, I am sure. But still, so so that was it. That was LT, in a very, very basic, Steve knows fuck all about it kind of way. It looks really interesting. High fantasy, which is normally a deal breaker for me, but that does look interesting. And it looks like they're quite lax with things as well, which also makes it interesting. Or have I missed the carnage? Yes, I was calling your name out earlier, but no, it's fine. But yeah, I was just saying, Scott, does Robbie plays LT, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure. Or is it CP? Hot. Oh yeah. Scott! You know, that's how it goes. But you've heard that before. Yeah, so there's, I think so. Possibly CP. Oh, I'll have to ask him. But yeah, we'll get all of that done and we'll contact everybody and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so that's about it really. So things happening, lots of stuff going on, and hopefully we hear. Oh, thank you for the bits.
Really enjoyed talking about LT.
Thank you so much for the bits there. So yeah, so a lot of stuff to go on with, and we'll talk about more LARPs. If anybody has any little local LARPs that they know of as well, let me know. We'll have to look at getting a way of a form or something that made up so we can look at them and get people to chat about them and stuff like that. So yeah, we will do that as well. So yeah, so everyone have a great evening, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, have a nice chilled time, and look after yourselves. Take it easy. Do we raid someone? Should we raid someone? Should we see if anyone's on? Let's, as he's coming on Monday, let's go and raid Mr. Digby. Diggus. Biggus. So, there it is. There's Digby. Go poke him, provoke him. I don't know. Ask him if he's crashed a helicopter yet. Tell him Steve's asked if you've crashed a helicopter yet. Because it's what he does. But still, have a great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you all on Monday. Take care. Bye bye. I've forgotten how to do this. It will happen.